Welcome back to another video on Gearsaw Studios, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build yourself a well. So that way you have a nice utility in your world that provides both a meeting point for people, villagers, and an easy way to get water, potentially even a secret base. So without further ado, let's investigate how we'd go about this. And in here, we have our palette, all pretty simple blocks. I'd recommend doing this once you have a house or two. And then, you don't need too big of an area. Of course, I'm going to be using some of this area for other things, but we're going to be placing our well right about here. And it doesn't have to be anything special in terms of area. And then, once you have that sorted, you want to start digging yourself a pit. And this pit should be about 10 blocks deep. And then, you also want to destroy some of the sides, like this. You could do the corners depending on how you do your detailing later on, but it's not 100% necessary. But anyways, you want to dig your pit something like this, and then go relatively deep. So overall, pretty simple start. Once you have yourself the pit itself, well, you have two options depending on how you're playing. Do you have enchantments or are playing in creative mode? Then, I'd recommend placing stone bricks on the walls, and then flooding this place. Don't have enchantments or any way to deal with water, then don't place water in here until the end. But either way, place down your stone bricks, or whatever block you want here, and you just want to line the sides with this. And, of course, nothing terribly interesting. Take some low-value ores from the place if you found any, but otherwise, place stone bricks like this. With your stone bricks now in place, it's still kind of boring. It's a little better than nothing, but still, you need to do something extra. Detailing. Here we have some mossy, some stairs, some slabs, cracked, deep slate hidden behind it. All of these things make it look like a real well, because of course, it's not going to be absolutely pristine. Of course, it's a natural thing that people build and is going to wear down over time. So, hide the deep slate back there, and then decorate the well. And of course, you can get cracked bricks by smelting stone bricks, mossy by putting moss on it, or vines, and then you have yourself some semblance of a well. Once you have your well in place, then line the top with polished andesite. Ironically, I forgot to do this in both post-production and while recording, even though my audio was wiped. Hooray, another editing recording. But anyways, should look something like this. And once you have all your details in, then you have some of a well. And then, with the water in place, we'll jump cut, not gonna pause for the transition. We can add ourselves a secret base through some stairs. What do you do with the secret base is completely up to you. I'm going to make an obscure reference with it. But anyways, with that handled, we now need a roof, because apparently we can't have rainwater seeping into here. Also, you won't be able to necessarily swim out of here if you fall in. I'm going to fix that later, but still be a little careful. For the roof, triangle shape like this, and then add a couple of fancy designs if you can, kinda like that. And then make sure it loops around both sides. And with these basic details in place, we'll have some of a well. But of course, that's a little bare bones. So make sure you're always looking out for ways to improve it. Another jump cut. Here we have ourselves the well. I added some stairs, some walls, all those little things. Even a bell, cauldron, a grindstone, lantern. When you add all these little things, then it turns into a good well. Because you can see, of course, it looks functional. Looks like something you'd find, like from a Villages Plus mod or something like that. So, with our well here, you want to do a little bit of customization based off of what you like, and then you can call this your well. Of course, this is a well, and only a well, but here's the thing, add some paths around it. Even if the well itself is finished, by adding this, you make it a landmark, something people can congregate around, part of a village per se. So, make sure to add small things like that, and then it can become something like a village center. you use a bunch of different stones for this. If it's meant to be used with villagers, only do paths, but otherwise, you have yourself a nice well, and you can improve upon it by adding the little details around it. With the accommodating structures like little fire posts and benches, we now have ourselves a well, and not to mention a town center with it. Even if it's not a whole plaza, still, it's a pretty decent structure. You can hide a secret base in it, it provides water, village congregation point, all those nice things. If you're wondering about the benches, simply look at the intro and place trapdoors around slabs. You can also do chairs with that, add a banner if you want, all that good stuff. Not to mention that grindstone on the ceiling. Find some random golden armor from a zombie, take that, grindstone it, free XP. And with that, it's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, remember, please like and subscribe, and either way, enjoy the rest of your day. Gearsaw out.